What is up, y'all, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about Cooper Flagg, actually, a college person. We haven't really done that on the channel, but we saw a tweet that he's going to be more likely to return to Duke than go to any NBA team, which is actually very interesting in my opinion, and I think it might be a mistake, as the top teams to get him would be the Hornets, Wizards, Jazz, Pelicans, Nets, Sixers, Raptors, and Bulls, and these are basically just all the teams that are like bottom of the league and who could get the first overall pick, because Cooper Flagg is probably going to go number one, or at least most of the mock drafts like Bleacher Report and Sports Illustrated have him number one, and there's every other one that you could possibly imagine have him number one, so it's fair to say he'll go number one, right? And there are a few reasons why I think Cooper Flagg should not return to Duke and go to the NBA draft, because look at Zachary Risarche's money this year. He's getting $12 million. The next year he's going to guarantee get $13 million, and the rest of the next 2 years are team options, but they're probably going to accept it because they drafted him number one. Unless he turns into a bust, they would accept it. And with inflation, that's going to go up for Cooper Flagg. And comparing that to the NIL money he's made or is making this year from Duke or whoever's paying him, it's $4.8 million, and that is less than half of what he'd make if he went number one overall in the NBA draft. So it doesn't really make sense there. And also, like, you have sponsorships, but I feel like you would get more sponsorships if you made it to the NBA draft or got drafted number one, because, you know, you're the number one overall pick. So you'd probably get more money off that than you would at Duke. And then also you have more long-term stability. You get 2 years instead of a 1 year NIL contract. And if you do better, if you play good, you know, they're going to extend you longer. And if you play even better and make an all-star team, all-NBA team, you get a Supermax. So I just feel like it's way more smarter that way if you were to go to the NBA draft instead of staying at Duke. So first, we have the money. But second, I mean, I feel like it's a risk if he stays at Duke. Obviously, he's the best player to be drafted right now. He's the best prospect to go to the NBA right now. It's not really close. I mean, all the mock drafts, like I just said before, has him number one. But I feel like it's more of a risk. What if he gets injured? Like, if he gets injured, obviously teams are going to be more cautious to drafting him number one. And second, I mean, Duke has all the number one overall prospects. All the best prospects go to Duke. So that means, you know, more competition. Maybe his stats will go down. Who really knows what could happen? I mean, college basketball is crazy. Anything could happen with a blink of an eye. And, you know, if I'm Cooper Flagg, you wouldn't want to pass up on this opportunity. You get to have a chance to go number one in the NBA draft. Everybody's dream. And if you just want to return to Duke for one more year just because you want to, like, stay at Duke, I don't know. I don't even know what the real reason is for him to stay at Duke. But if you want to stay at Duke for one more year, it just doesn't seem like the most logical thing in my opinion. I don't know, but that's just me. And looking at some of the incoming prospects for Duke to come in that already signed their letter of intent, we have Cameron Boozer. Now, you guys probably know him. He's Carlos Boozer's kid. He is ranked number 3rd among the class of 2025. So he is definitely going to have some demand or take some shots away from Cooper Flagg if Cooper Flagg were to stay. Next, we have Shelton Henderson, and he's number 14, but he's second in his position, and he's a small forward as well. Then we have Nicolas. I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm not going to butcher it, but he's number 15th nationally. And then we have Caden Boozer, who's Cameron Boozer's brother, but he's also a point guard. But if we look at all these guys' positions, they're all forwards. And what is Cooper Flagg? A forward. So that's just something to keep in mind. Less shots, less minutes. You know, if he stays at Duke, it just doesn't seem smart. I mean, his stats will probably go down. And another guy who's one of the top guys in the recruiting class is Koa Pete, who is a power forward, and he's also on Duke's radar. He hasn't committed there, but he's very likely, or he could very well sign there, which would be another forward on Duke's roster that is number 8th nationally. So you just got to think about this, man. Duke always gets all the top recruits out of high school. And if Cooper Flagg were to go back for another season, that could hinder his progression as a player, and it could hinder his stats as well. But overall, big picture, Cooper Flagg is currently more likely to go to Duke than he is to go to the NBA draft. As of that tweet I saw earlier, you guys saw earlier, I'll put it back up on the screen. And my thoughts, I don't think he should return. I don't think it's logically smart for him. But at the end of the day, he is his own person. He can make whatever decision he wants. And maybe it comes out and turns out to be a good one. Maybe he gets better. Maybe, you know, the inflation of the first overall pick goes up enough money that he makes more money in the long run. Who knows, man? But, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's his decision, like I said before. So yeah, make sure you guys like the video, do that stuff. Comment your thoughts on this. I'm actually interested. I'm going to read all the comments like always. So I'm interested to see what your guys' thoughts are in the comments here. And subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel every single day. And yeah, that's about it, man.